Baizha Monastery, a millennium-sacred realm encircled by stone scriptures and stupa forests. In Zhangratang Township, southeastern Banma County of the Golog Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture, Qinghai Province, nourished by tributaries of the Yalong River and embraced by surrounding mountains, stands a Tibetan Buddhist sanctuary where stone carving, monumental stupa architecture, and centuries of devotion converge. Baizha Monastery, also known as Zhangratang Monastery or Juaigong Monastery. It is a key institution within the Kagyu Nyingma lineage of Katok Monastery, having stood for centuries on the plateau at an elevation of over 3,000 meters. Renowned as the largest stupa forest in Qinghai and celebrated for its vast corpus of stone-carved scriptures, Baizha Monastery has become one of the most representative religious and cultural landmarks of the Golog region. Origins and historical continuity. The historical lineage of Baizha Monastery weaves together ancient legend and layered transmission. Its origins are traced back to the era of the Peacock dynasty, when, according to tradition, Emperor Ashoka of India erected a relic stupa here to enshrine the Buddha's remains, planting the earliest seeds of faith in this land. Although the present architectural complex was rebuilt in 1936 under the guidance of the second Baizha Rinpoche, Shicheng Weiss, the monastery preserves stone-carved scriptures dating from the Song, Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasties, attesting to a civilizational continuity spanning more than a millennium. In 1937, the Katok Monastery Khenpo-en of Sichuan, together with Baizha Lama Huatong, formally laid the foundation for the monastery's revival, establishing it as an important center of Nyingma teachings. After its official reopening in 1984, monks and lay devotees jointly raised funds for restoration, allowing the monastery to regain its former vitality. Today, Baizha Monastery covers approximately 200 mu, about 13 hectares, houses more than 70 monks, and is jointly safeguarded by the reincarnate masters Mensai and Gok, who continue its living lineage. Mandala-like spatial design. The monastery's spatial organization reveals a mandala-like precision centered on a small circular hill known as Shining Iron Mountain. This natural feature divides the complex into upper and lower monasteries, a configuration widely renowned throughout Golog. The upper monastery, perched on the northern summit, serves primarily as a retreat center for nuns. 2 assembly halls, a main Buddha hall, and over 100 monastic dwellings are built along the slope, forming a secluded environment ideal for contemplative practice. The lower monastery, encircling the circular hill, constitutes the main ritual and educational zone. Here stand the Scriptural College, Meditation Retreat Center, Great Assembly Hall, and Institute of Tibetan Medicine, together forming a complete religious ecosystem. Each institution fulfills a distinct function. The Scriptural College emphasizes the study of the 5 major and minor sciences. The Meditation Center focuses on tantric practices of generation and completion stages, including inner channels and subtle essences. The Medical Institute preserves the ancient wisdom of Tibetan medicine. Together, they sustain the tradition of integrating doctrinal study with meditative realization. A living museum of stone scriptures, the most striking wonder of Baizha Monastery lies in its stone-carved scriptures and sculptures, transforming the entire site into an open-air museum of Tibetan stone art. As early as 1936, Baizha Rinpoche mobilized over 1,000 folk artisans to carve an immense body of stone scriptures. Drawing upon techniques transmitted from the 10th Karmapa, Choying Dord, the monastery became a major center for the revival and refinement of Tibetan stone carving traditions. These works employ stone slabs as their medium and feature a distinctive double-sided engraving technique. The carved texts include over 300 canonical scriptures, such as the Bhadrakalpa Sutra, the Sutra of Liberation, and the Samantabhadra's Aspiration Prayer. The six-syllable mantra and the heart mantras of Avalokiteshvara and Padmasambhava appear in numbers reaching into the hundreds of millions. Equally remarkable are the sculptural works. More than 4,500 stone images of Buddhist masters and deities from various Tibetan traditions, towering 2-meter-tall inscriptions of the six-syllable mantra, life-sized statues of thousand-armed Avalokiteshvara, and sacred images of Baisa Jaguru and the 21 Taras. Crafted using incised, relief, and combined techniques, these carvings retain vivid coloration despite centuries of exposure, each stroke bearing the devotional intensity of its maker. The Stupa Forest of Qinghai, celebrated as the greatest stupa forest in Qinghai, Baizha Monastery's stupa complex forms a spectacle unique to the Tibetan plateau. Surrounding the lower monastery stand over 130 stone stupas and 8 major stupas, varying in height and form. Crowning the circular hill is a prominent 4-story stupa covering 112 square meters, encircled by 3 tiers of scripture panels densely carved with Buddhist images. Together with numerous smaller stupas scattered throughout the grounds, they create a majestic and immersive sacred landscape. Encircling the stupa forest is a circular circumambulation path, lined with 13 large prayer wheels and more than 100 smaller ones, their inner surfaces engraved with scriptures. As devotees turn the wheels while walking, the rhythmic sound of rotation blends with the murmured chanting of mantras. The monastery complex extends beyond its central grounds, comprising Juigong Monastery, Duoka Monastery, and a sky burial site. To the northeast, the Liberation Upon Seeing sky burial platform aligns with the Canopy Mandala Plain, while birthplaces and reliquary stupas of eminent masters, including the 10th Jalwa Karmapa, dot the surrounding landscape, transforming the entire region into a vast sacred field. Faith in everyday life. At Baizha Monastery, faith permeates every aspect of daily life. Monks in maroon robes study scriptures in the assembly halls, meditate in retreat cells, and circumambulate the prayer paths with unwavering devotion. Among the monastery's treasured traditions is the continuing art of torma making. Ritual offerings crafted from sampa, or cooked barley flour, and adorned with butter sculptures, offered to the Buddhas with refined aesthetic care. During major religious festivals, large-scale ceremonies are held as chanting and ritual instruments echo through the valleys. Pilgrims from across the region gather to add newly carved mani stones, turn auspicious prayer wheels, and express their devotion in its most elemental form. Stone carvers still work before the monastery today, knife in hand, stone as parchment, sustaining an artistic lineage that has endured for centuries. A landscape of sacred harmony. The beauty of Baizha Monastery lies in the seamless harmony between human devotion and natural landscape. Backed by primeval forest and fronted by flowing streams, the site changes with the seasons. In summer, lush grasslands bloom with wildflowers, and red walls and golden roofs stand out against dense green woods. In winter, snow blankets stupas and stone scriptures alike, turning the monastery into a crystalline Buddhist realm. At dawn, mist drifts through the mountains as sunlight gilds the stone carvings, sharpening the engraved sutras in shifting light. At dusk, prayer flags rustle in the wind, blending with the distant murmur of streams. From the summit of Shining Iron Mountain, one can overlook the smoke rising from Banma County town and the vast expanse of the plateau, experiencing both the grandeur of nature and the sanctity of faith. an enduring spiritual homeland. Across centuries of reconstruction and renewal, Baizha Monastery has remained steadfast in preserving the essence of the Nyingma teachings and the living flame of stone carving art. Here, there is no worldly clamor, only the steady chisel against stone, the turning of prayer wheels, and the low resonance of chanting. There is no pursuit of profit, only devotion to the Dharma, commitment to artistic transmission, and reverence for life itself. With its immense corpus of stone scriptures encoding civilizational memory and its forest of stupas bearing the prayers of generations, Baizha Monastery stands as an irreplaceable spiritual homeland on the Golog Plateau. If you seek a lesser-known, yet profoundly resonant cultural sanctuary of the Tibetan world, journey to Banma County and enter Baizha Monastery. Trace the millennial grooves carved into stone, walk among the towering stupas, listen to the deep cadence of ritual chants, and allow your spirit to be cleansed and elevated within this sacred realm where stone, art, and faith converge.